Hello. So I know that I look like a clown with my towel hijab. That is what my sister says, but this is just so comfortable that I just cannot let go of it. So it's gonna stay. It's a constant from now on. Putting that aside, today we'll be doing something for Baishakh. I mean that I will be doing something for Baishakh so that you guys can be inspired. But please don't go outside because I won't be going outside. I'm just shitty. As you can see, I did my brows off camera. I tried doing the soap brows কিন্তু আমার brows তো নেমে যাচ্ছে টাওয়ালের ঘষা খেয়ে. I don't know what I'll be doing today, but I don't want to do the conventional colors, that is lal shada. I'll just steer near that area, but not really lal shada. I'm sorry. But lal shada onek ache tutorial ar lagbe na. Ar just lagbe na bhai. That's it. Stop. Hajima. I was just playing around with this palette from Revolution and I really love this color, so I might be doing something similar to this color scheme. I think by this point everyone has the Morphe James Charles palette, so wouldn't it be wise to just use this palette for today's tutorial? First things first, prepping the eyes. So I'll be taking my concealer and zoom kora lagto, sorry. I will be prepping my eyes with my Stay Assurance concealer. Okay, so I'm done prepping the eyes. I'm just gonna do my eye makeup on one side and then come back to show what I did on the other side. Okay, so I'm done doing the eye and this is what I came up with. The first thing that I did was take my Morphe James Charles palette and dip into this shade, and then I just packed it on the crease, and I gently just extended it. Using that same shade, I'm gonna stamp an eyeliner because I felt like it gripped on better to the bare base than it would if I layered it on top of the other eyeshadows. Next, I took this very bright orange shade right here, and then I just layered this orange on top of the brown shade. The next shade that I'll be using is this orange. Then I changed to a fluffier brush and I took the lighter orange color and then diffused that orange color with it. I'm gonna go very gently because I don't want to mess it up. You have to be very gentle in these areas because if you go very heavy-handed, you can easily mess it up. So make sure that you're holding the brush very further down and not quite up. Otherwise, you will be just forcing the product. So if you're holding the brush down, you're gonna go very light-handed. Then I took some concealer and just carved out the crease. The same goes for the liner. You are just gonna trace out the liner, almost a reverse liner, so that it's easier for you. And then I'm just filling up the lid area with the concealer so that the lid color goes on better. Also, I just wanted to clear out that if it's hard for you to follow all the steps from further this point, you can just stop here because this itself is a really nice look. All you need to do is make sure that the liner is very precise, or you could just smoke out the liner and repeat this on this area as well and call it a day. Then I'm gonna take this lovely color and pack it all across my eyelids. I'm avoiding the area where I have the brown liner. I'm just making my wing precise and a little thicker before I move on to the other steps. Now I'll just be adding a few intricate details, so you can leave it as is, as I've said it plenty of times. From the same palette, I'm gonna use this color. This is almost a glitter, so I'm just gonna dab that right on the middle of my eyelids, and it sort of gives you that glaze. See? I'm gonna use a eyeliner brush and my Tarte Shape Tape. This is a little lighter, and add a little detail right here. I'm not gonna take it all the way in because I have a flap. So if I take it all the way in, then the concealer will transfer to my crease. Then I will be taking this Lime Crime lipstick in the shade Psycho and apply it on top of the brown liner. I'm in a rush, so I'm gonna quickly do my makeup. Firstly, I'm gonna moisturize my face with my simple moisturizer. I'm going in with my Estee Lauder foundation. You need your makeup to stay in place, and we all know that this is a cult favorite when it comes to long wearing foundation. I'm using a very minimal amount because firstly, if I layer it too much, I end up looking cakey, and secondly is less is more. Even if it fades away, you won't be able to tell that much. Then my trusty concealer, which is the Tarte Shape Tape. I'm sweating already, as you can tell, because I'm in a rush. I switched off my AC. Because oh, did I say that I bought a new mic? Yep. I don't know if you can tell and if the audio is better. I really wanted to buy the mic with my best friend, but I couldn't due to the circumstances. I just had to order online. Although this is not the one that I wanted to buy. Then I'm gonna set with some powder. Whenever I'm using the Estee Lauder foundation, I like to powder very less because I've seen if I powder too much, I end up getting cakey and it almost feels like little bubbles are forming in my face. Could be weird একটা texture হয়ে যায় for some reason. That is why I have not been the biggest fan of the Estee Lauder foundation, but it could also be how I apply it. So I've been trying to apply it in different ways, and the best way so far that I've found is to apply very less powder. So I just powder the places where I have my concealer and the places where I would naturally produce oil, as in my T-zone. Other than that, the rest of the face just stays untouched. For the lower lash line, I'm going to keep it very simple. I'm just going to apply the transition shades, that is the lighter orange shade. Given that this video is already too long, I'm just gonna skip out on how I contour and bronze. You have seen that in all of my videos. It's literally the same routine. So I'm just gonna go and do that and come back when I'm done with it. I've changed to a real hijab and I'm done with the contouring and bronzing as well. For my blush, I will be using the Juvias Saharan palette, and I'll be using this color because it's slightly warm and I want this entire thing to be warm. But I might as well dip into this color right here. As you can see, that color looks like it's brown, but it turns out to be pretty orange. So it's a pretty shade. And then a hint of that peach right over here. I'm just blending in all the powders in my face. For my highlighter as well, I'll be using something that is a little warm, and I'll be using the Master Chrome highlighter in the shade Molten Gold. Placing it on my inner corners and also sweeping it all the way there. So I'm not that vocal in this video as I was in my last year's Baishakh video. And man, that was a really long video. I'm in a rush, that is why I'm not talking too much. So I'll be applying my falsies off camera and then come back to applying my lipstick and call it a day. For my lashes, I applied the Glamsquad lashes from Lola Cosmetics. I really wanted to wear the Bay of Bengal lashes from Lash Tattoo, but I couldn't find them anywhere. So yeah, that's it. Now for my lipstick, I can either go nude or I could go with a very deep orange, which is I'm leaning towards too. So for my lipstick, I really want to use this bright orange. Oh my god. But if you're scared of using such a bold color, you can definitely skip out on this. But I'm gonna go all the way in. As I said, this is close to the traditional red and white, but it's not really red and white. And there you have it, your Baishakh inspired makeup look. I hope you guys like this video. I will try to come up with something else before Baishakh, but if I don't, this is basically it. But if you want to see more looks, you can definitely check my Instagram stories. I will be coming live soon before Baishakh, so you can learn something new from there as well. With that being said, I'll like to take my leave here because I have to go, as I've said. Yeah, that's it. Bye.